Hello all, my name is Krishnaka. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, this is the fourth tutorial on Amazon SageMaker, and in my previous tutorial we had created the bucket with the name of bank application. You can see over here. If I go back in the AWS Amazon S3, you'll be able to see this particular bucket, that is bank application. Now inside this nothing is present. Now in this tutorial, whatever the training data and the test data will be, we will try to first of all store inside this. We'll set up the path in some specific order so that we can reuse it any number of times during our training of the model, right? And probably I have to use that particular data set for some other activities. And this is a very good place, guys. After doing each and every feature engineering, you can also store the data in some specific folder with the help of time constraints and all. And we will be seeing a lot of examples as we go ahead, and you can see how to do this. Okay, so let's see what we are going to do over here. Now first of all, I'm going to use the data set which is given in this URL. Okay, and this whole notebook file will be given to you in the GitHub. So this is basically the file, right? This whole file is there, .csv file. If I download this particular file, guys, it looks something like this. This is a bank application we need to solve. You have two output features like yes or no. Again, this is in one hot encoded format. We can delete one of them and actually just keep this as our output feature. This is basically saying this whole data set says that whether the customer is going to buy that specific product or not. So it is having this yes or no with ones or zeros values. But again, the main aim is just not to understand the machine learning problem statement right now. Just imagine that this is some bank application where you are recommending some products and whether the person is buying that product or not. Later on, we'll be taking some projects in depth and we'll try to understand that. Okay, so let's go over here. Now, what I am doing over here, I am actually downloading the data set from this location. I'm renaming it to bank_clean.csv. So here you can see I'm using this URL lib library, and by using .request.url retrieve, you will be able to download it. Suppose if you get any exception, like if your internet is not working and you'll be getting some kind of exception, then you will basically get this. After downloading that particular file in the form of a CSV file, right, it will get downloaded in the same instance. Then I can read those files and I can actually store it in this particular variable. So let's see whether it works fine or not. So once I execute this, you'll be able to see that successfully it has downloaded a bank_clean.csv. The data is also loaded into the data frame. So both these statements have worked fine. Now, if you really want to check whether the data set is downloaded in the instance or not, you just go over here. You can see that the bank_clean.csv is present itself, right? Now, for this particular data set, the next step that I'm going to do is doing the train test split. The train test split that we will be doing is basically to save that file in the S3 bucket so that it can be reused any number of times later in our as we go ahead with respect to this particular application. Now here is with respect to the train test split. Here I'm doing with the help of NumPy. And remember, guys, the train test split is not done like xtrain ytrain or xtest ytest. Instead, I just want my training data separately, my test data separately. The training data will be consisting of both independent and dependent feature. Similarly, with respect to the test data. Here I've used this NumPy. I'm using np.split with respect to some sample, and over here you can see my training size should be 70%, right? So once I execute this, you'll be able to see the data.shape and test.shape. So here is all my training data and this is all my test data, and you can see that it has 61 features. Both are absolutely fine. And one thing that to note always is that, guys, whenever and if we are specifically working with AWS SageMaker, the independent features should be your first column. That is what I was reading in some of the documentation. So what we are doing over here is that we will try to create the train and test data set in the form of CSV file. And one change that we are going to do over here, you can see over here, I've taken this y_yes, right? It is my dependent feature. If I see, either this can be a dependent feature, this can be a dependent feature. So what I'm doing is that I will take this, okay, this feature, I will take this as my first feature and concatenate the remaining columns after it. And that is the format that is required in SageMaker. So that is why I'm actually doing this. Now I'm going to save this train.csv and test.csv first, and then upload that in the S3 bucket. Okay, so this is the next step. So what I've done over here, pd.concat, I've taken the y_yes data, and then I've concatenated with all the remaining columns by just dropping y_no and y_s. Here access is equal to 1 is basically taken. And finally, we see that we have converted this into train underscore CSV. Index is equal to false and header is equal to false. I don't want any header and index, right? After this, so this is where my train.csv will be created. Now, where this train.csv will be saved, it will be saved in the same instance over here, right? In the next step, what I do is that now I have to take that train.csv, I have to upload it inside the bucket, right? So for that, I will be using boto3.session.resources of 3. This will help me to access the S3. Then I have to give the bucket name. Bucket name is given as bank application. And then I'm joining the path like train/train.csv, and inside that train.csv, the whole data set will get uploaded. Okay, this is with respect to train data. Now, one more thing that we usually require whenever we are training our model, the model path will be given from the S3 bucket, right? The data path will be given from the S3 bucket. So for that, I have to create the path. So in order to create the path, I can use SageMaker .s3 underscore input. These are some inbuilt functions that are present in AWS SageMaker. Then here I have a parameter which is called as s3 underscore data. I have to give the whole path of my training folder, right? So here you can see I've given my whole path of my training folder. This will get replaced by bucket name, and this will get replaced by prefix, and my content type will definitely be a CSV because this whole file that I'm uploading is actually a CSV file. So let's see, once I execute this, whether the training data will get created in the S3 bucket or not. So this is a warning. It is absolutely fine, guys, because when the next version will come, instead of using S3 underscore input, I'll be using training input. Okay. Over here, like this function will get changed. Now let's go into the S3 bucket. I'm inside bank application. Let me just refresh it. Okay, I can refresh it over here. Now here you can see that I have got this prefix. Inside this, I have got this train data, and here I have my train.csv. Now you can also download it from here, and that particular file will be almost same. How this is basically my prefix path, right? Then I have given my train/this train.csv. Now similarly, I have to do the same step with respect to my test data, right? Because my test data also needs to be saved over there. So for that, I will be using the same thing, only instead of train, I will be changing it to test. So I will execute it over here, right? Again, same warning. It's fine. I don't care about it. Now if I reload it, so here you can also see your test data. So test.csv, train.csv. Now this is how easily we had created this files. We have downloaded from the web. We have split the data, converted that into trained CSV and test CSV, and we have uploaded that into the S3 bucket. Now in the next video, what we are going to do is that we are going to use the built-in algorithm, that is XGBoost algorithm, that is present inside Amazon SageMaker. And then we are going to train this particular data by giving the whole input path from the S3 bucket. So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe the channel if you have not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, one and all. Bye-bye.